Purpose. The name suggests a double meaning right off the bat. This art exhibit at 5 Myles Gallery in Brooklyn is about both purpose and also reshaping the utility of the everyday object vis-a-vis art. Or as the marketing materials put it, the artist redefined an object's form and function to reveal its hidden histories and how our identities inform our perception. Identity, perception, history, we wear the mask. This preparation for presentation starts with hair. A woman's crowning glory, forever changed thanks to Madam C.J. Walker and Remy, as in Indian Remy, $19.99 a pack. Sandra Perry's Bohemian Wave features foam rollers and weave. And oh, as the material section notes, it's not just weave. This is track weave, ready for all its sew-in or glue-on wonder. It's also all types of colorful. The most obvious first thought is Remy Ma. Perhaps she's keeping her treasures in boxes too until her probation. But for those looking to go further in depth on what's going on here without too much academia jargon, you can watch the documentary Good Hair by Chris Rock. Or if you're even lazier, just Google a natural hair board and read the comments from around 2005 through 2009. Shade. Shade and pain and styling tips. Context. Now, the other thing that Bohemian Wave projects is an airy funeral vibe. I think it's just the way the items are packaged in the boxes. If you don't get that reading, then congratulations, you're just nowhere near as morbid as I am. Following is Pamela Council's FloJo World Record nails. This is a replicated section of the track Florence Griffith Joyner ran when she set the 200-meter world record. The decorated nails used to mirror the track are actual replicas of the nail design FloJo donned that day. Can we just say, my chick bad? The inclination on the track provides the viewer with the distinct feeling of the upward trek towards maintaining the level of perfection and hard work that FloJo did, with unmatchable style. The didactic informs us that FloJo was obsessed with both her athletic performance and a flawless physical appearance. So if you put in enough work, you actually can say, I woke up like this. This art piece also has two other parts. One is a poster featuring Council's replicated track, a photo of FloJo, and a close-up image of her hands with the nail design holding all her medals, a record of her success. The other piece is a nail kit, with designed nails that one could presumably use a la Lee's press-ons. Personally, I'd recommend stronger glue. FloJo's efforts are scaled down here, and that makes it relatable to the attempts women make weekly to be flawless, one acrylic nail or hair track at a time. Just make sure, whatever track you go, that the glue is strong. Next is Untitled, a variation on The Misinterpreted, by Patrice Renee Washington. Can't see the detail? It's kente cloth pattern, devoid of color, specifically the Asante kente cloth. Washington seeks to explore the significance in Black American culture of the typical Ghanaian kente print so often reproduced in Asia for sale in Harlem. Appropriation and authenticity in global economies. Woohoo! Something in the hand crocheting of this piece restores the authenticity found in traditional Ghanaian kente, while the removal of color makes it specific to the American tradition, as well as the hand crocheting method. It would be an interesting wedding dress. I'm just saying. Sarah Jimenez's The Stain of Remembrance 2 is part of a series found throughout the exhibit. The idea of linking memory to tarnishing is interesting. This connection of memory and art is particularly poignant since we tend to forget that memory is actually created in a very similar pattern that an artist would use to create art. Perhaps maybe it's less that we forget and more refusal to acknowledge the creation center of memory. This could be paired with any aspect of history if you ask me, because, well, humans, we're messy. The next piece is also by Jimenez, From Dust You Came. This is science fair excellence at its artistic best, meaning that it takes time, maturity, and skill not found in your typical junior high to execute something like this. salt crystals grown on silk strands overflowing from teacups. Now, if you remember junior high, you know that these crystals will continue to grow, making for a truly evolving work of art. And like the hair on our head, each strand will be different. As the writing on the wall states, Jimenez uses this to connect with her deceased grandmother and also negotiate her multiracial identity. Then there are pastoral images of women covered with flour in Patrice Renee Washington's reproductions of a pastoral myth. This, along with the previous piece of Jimenez, are giving some vibe of Lot's wife. Don't look back to where you're escaping from until you reached your new destination. Try it. Turn around, and you could be turned into a pillar of salt. Okay, perhaps the sermon wasn't the hidden history waiting to be revealed in this art, but that's just one way in which identity can influence perception. What you grow up with is what you will see in the art. Thank you, Sunday School. Now, finally, there's the remnants of the performance art piece, Sandra Perry and Associates Make Pancakes. It's always interesting to see what performance art leaves behind. Since you weren't there to witness this wonder of pancake making, just rest in knowing that it took the lights out. It was that much. There were no direct Aunt Jemima Mammy allusions, but how do you not go there in this high-tech piece of black women cooking? This is very different from the bohemian wave that Perry displays in the beginning. But there's still some spraying of the hair. And at the end of the day, it's all a performance to prevent a high-tech lynching, right? No? Maybe? Okay. Repurpose is on display at 5 Myles Gallery in Brooklyn, New York through May 10th. Special performances can be found on the website www.5myles.org.